How's it going? Just down here camping?
You know.
Yeah? Okay, where are you working at?
Stanley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. You have your ID on you, or? Whoa. What kind of hawk?
The Saker Falcon.
Do you have a permit for it?
Yeah. It's a little faded. That's basically my falconry license. And then I'm working under an abatement program.
Working under what?
It's an abatement program.
Okay. What is that?
That's what we do in the orchards. We chase starlings.
So your falcon scares birds away from crops?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that what you're doing? Is that the paperwork for it or something?
Yeah,
That's the work you're doing in the orchards is for the starlings?
pretty much.
Do you get paid pretty decent for that kind of service?
Not bad. It increases the crop yield so much. It's the most effective.
Right.
Is there a reason why you came over and stopped by?
No, well, you're technically, so you're on state land, and so technically you're supposed to have an access pass or discover pass to be down here. Yeah, we come down and check on people to make sure they're not a bunch of garbage, make sure you're not doing anything you're not supposed to be doing. So you actually have two of them. I didn't see that one. What kind is that?
It's called a Barbary
A
falcon.
Barbary?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have a pass, but everything looks okay. So we'll just run him real quick, see if he comes back with anything. Everything seems legit. He's got his license for it. He's got a permit. Comes back clear. Everything's good. So I'm just gonna go talk to him real quick. Tell me a little bit about the bird.
So this is an African species, Middle Eastern. It's called the Barbary falcon.
Okay.
I don't know, I've only had her for a couple months training her. She came out of a breeding program.
What's her name?
I haven't really named her yet. She's got yet to show like a real personality. So I'm breaking her out and she'll show her personality before long. Because we fly them anywhere from 8 to 10 times a day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're basically taking passes through the trees and scaring all the starlings and the robins and the...
And then they just attack the starlings and...
Well, we don't want them to actually attack them because if they get too into that, they'll go and catch a bird and eat it and they won't fly anymore.
So how do you prevent that?
It's called wed to the lure. You teach them that the lure is their source of food. And so if they catch the lure, they get a treat.
So can you explain a little bit what you do with the bird in the orchard?
It takes off and it starts circling. And I've got a lure I'm swinging. So, you know, I'll hold the lure across my body and it'll stoop past me. And it'll throw out its talons like it's gonna catch it, but I try to keep it just out of reach. And so it gets that like, oh, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it. And the bird gets into this game mode and it ignores everything else. But all the while, the birds are scared, you know. It's like, oh God, there's something stooping at me, stooping down it all over the place. And then finally you give it to them and then you give them a reward. Just wake up one day and all the robins have decided to leave. They'll try all these different methods. You hear them cannons, propane cannons are happening, then they have squawk boxes, and then they'll put up nets. And this is the most economical green bird abatement. There's no poisons. I definitely have a relationship with this bird a lot, you know. We share something, you know, and it's an understanding.
Definitely didn't drive down here thinking you're gonna be a falconer. I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, too, Chris.
You never know what the heck you're gonna run into out here. I'm just driving down the road and I see a little tent back here, which kind of look odd. I'm not gonna lie, it definitely looked odd. So I'm gonna come down and contact him. He's on state property. I'm gonna come down and see what they're doing. I had no idea I was gonna come down here and run into a guy with, you know, 2 falcons. He's got a license for it, he's got a permit. Birds are definitely well taken care of. They're not skinny. They're not in any kind of distress. He's keeping them underneath the shade. And it's just kind of nice. Not all about just writing people tickets and taking people to jail.